We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Anderson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Anderson. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, it's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Will Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then. They can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting them outside, over the middle, everywhere. And for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Stroud to throw it. He finds Watson. It's caught. Yeah, he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A give left side. Here's H.A. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Again, it's H.A. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Texans at 9-6 now. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devon Achane hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
They know the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you know,
into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, like he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Stroud working out of the gun.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Pierce now up the middle.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first.
Brandon, you know more about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charge.
With the lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Flushed out right. Anderson loses the football.
One of the linebackers has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Stroud here on 3rd and long. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Fourth down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, Anderson. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Bryant has it. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Anderson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. There he goes, left side. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now Houston's offense taking over again.
And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Stroud on third down now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
4th down, here's Stroud.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Anderson now throwing to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Anderson.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout this rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On the bootleg, Stroud. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Stroud now on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Anderson under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.